Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. Here's his story. Dear Ollie, videos and channels like yours are like poison to the queen ants, and in response, now they're desperately trying to send out their worker ants to tackle and suppress and debunk channels like yours. I find it hilarious, sad, and pathetic. I'll send you my full story in detail, but I'm just going to do a quick summary for the purpose of this interesting post I found on the internet that my mother posted. So, my father was one of these loudmouth Italians that acted like he was some good fella. But after being on your channel for a long time and unwinding all his garbage, selective rage from day one, I've chalked it up to my father being a narcissist, but more of a borderline bitch laced with these fake tough guy stories that he so happened to never go to jail for. Must have been luck, right? Or maybe it was mafia. Maybe he was a mafioso. LOL. And to think for so long, I was deathly scared of that douchebag. You know, I liked Goodfellas. I saw it a couple times. You know, to me, there's only one mafia movie. The Godfather 1 and 2. And yes, I consider them one, even though they're two better than one. But that's it. That is the only mafia movie I will watch over and over and over again. Goodfellas, Donnie Brasco, Casino, all the other ones with the fucking Goomba bullshit. All this fucking Goomba bullshit. It is, I can't. It just makes my goddamn skin crawl. As somebody from coming half Italian, I could say it. Okay, you know who follows those type of movies, who's obsessed with those movies? Your father's a fucking Mamaluke. It's exactly what your father is. He's a fucking Mamaluke. After financially tanking his family for a younger woman, his fair weather friends, gambling and fraud, he went to prison for 7 years, and my mother made sure while he was away that she kept the children dumb and also triangulated from anyone that knew him that way. We couldn't compare notes, learn how full of shit the both of them were. Grooming and training her kids to believe that he was this wonderful, generous man that got victimized. But when he gets out this time, we're all going to be millionaires. I can't make this up. Soon as he got out, my mother served her kids up to my father, allowing his reign of terror to have no bounds, excusing his behavior even if it was directed at her, no matter what. She would cry and complain to me daily, but do nothing but turn on her kids, primarily me. She was a hair away from graduating, becoming a paralegal, but soon as he got out of prison, she gave it all up to live with him like her nightgown like Peggy Bundy for the next 18 years until the fat, bloated tyrant with sugar at 700 finally died. And here's the problem. Borderline women like these bad guys, like the bad guy, like the exciting guy, they think that it makes them look cool. Like in the Italian women, they love these fucking Mamaluke wannabe mobsters. Growing up, she assisted him in triangulating my two sisters and I from each other, while at the same time suppressing us from learning any life skills, while making us always feel inferior, gaslighting us as much as possible from growing up and having any prosperity at all. My life basically was like growing up thinking I had to cut the grass with scissors when they had lawnmowers. However, I met my wonderful wife that they despise and blame everything for, and I am now who I was supposed to be, unlike my sisters, who actually still worship their father and mother because they still have the narc plaque on their brain. After my father died, The gravy train gypsy lifestyle was over, and there were no more sandcastles for her to live like Peggy Bundy in. My mother was back in Section 8 housing with just my malignant sociopath older sister and her teenage son. Quick note, my mother and father used to weaponize my sister to antagonize my wife before we got married in hopes that she would leave me. It literally took my wife and I almost 10 years to get covertly married to shake these monsters off. At one time, my sister met a guy with a very wealthy family and decided to move out with her son. But my parents both hired private investigating goons, and her boyfriend's family had to financially help her in court, and my sister was able to get a full injunction on my parents, only to move right back in with them a year later. When she was on the outs, we briefly got along. But as soon as she moved back in with my parents, I got a nasty phone call. I guess that was her initiation of loyalty to get back in. Whatever, good riddance. So in light of these videos of these estranged parents crybabying over their adult children going no contact, I decided to Google my mother's name. So aside from her writing grievances on every funeral around town, I also found her complaining on a site about my older sister a couple years back. My daughter is 45, lives with me and her son. I pay the rent because she does not work. She lives off child support and food stamps. How do I relieve myself of this liability? Liability is what got me. The liability she created. And this is what, look, I've seen so many fucking Italian families do this because they live the Mamaluke lifestyle. Screaming, yelling, drama. The kids are in, the kids are out. The father's in jail. They all have mob connections. Okay? The men are usually like, oh, mama this and mama that, and daddy this and daddy that. And it's just fucking chaos. And all their problems are always self-created. They're always self-inflicted. Keep in mind, Ollie, this is the same woman that, with my father, suppressed her daughter from leaving the nest when she had that boyfriend with a wealthy family, and not to mention the many other times she could have allowed my sister to become an adult, take care of herself instead of sabotaging all hope. You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me? That's the cry of the Mamaluke. You think you're better than me. Keep in mind, this is also the same woman that looked the other way while my sister was terrorizing my wife and I for years. Well, yeah, because you're not a Mamaluke. You're not old mama this and old mama that, and I'm baby, oh this and oh this. That's why. That's why the Mamaluke is nothing more than an Italian son husband, really. Now my sister is a liability. Just wow. Well, yeah, anybody can become a liability if it benefits the narcissist at the time. If she's out seeking her pity supply, anybody can be. I'm just laughing because I think it's a fitting ending. It reminds me of Jafar and Lagos stuck in the lamp fighting with each other in the ending. I won't say the name of the film because of copyright. Hope everyone gets a laugh on this one. Thanks. What are your thoughts? Anonymous. My thoughts is you refuse to become the Mamaluke of your family. This is why you were targeted. This is why your wife was targeted. I know so many Italian families that act like this, and they do it under the, we're a strong family and family first, and this is like bullshit. Bullshit. Basic narcissism. That's all it is. They don't want, you think you're better than me? You think you're better than me? That's them. And your mother wanted her dutiful son husband, which you wouldn't give her. All a Mamaluke is a son husband in Italian. That's it. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your contribution, Anonymous and Story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my Rumble channels. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.